Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, the K-pop world witnessed a moment that will be etched into history forever. Incheon's arena pulsed with anticipation, fans waving their light sticks in waves of purple, unaware that they were about to experience something that would shatter the boundaries of music, emotion, and time. It began innocently enough. The second encore of Jin's Run Seekjin EP tour was underway. The crowd sang along, bathed in familiar warmth, until the atmosphere subtly changed. A deep violet hue washed across the stage, not part of the planned lighting sequence but something far more powerful, a silent premonition. Backstage staff paused mid-motion, cameras quivered, and for one suspended moment, even the air seemed to hold its breath. Then it happened. From the corner of the stage, as if emerging from another dimension, Taehyung appeared. No announcement. No cue. No introduction. He didn't walk, he glided, calm and radiant, a vision that seemed both real and surreal. The moment he stepped into the light, the structure of the night fractured. Fans gasped, the sound turning into a collective tremor that rippled through the arena and then out into the world. Within seconds, social media ignited, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all platforms converging into one single outcry of disbelief and awe. The hashtags multiplied, videos spread like wildfire, and millions of notifications flashed simultaneously across continents. Taehyung's eyes met the audience, and the world seemed to stop spinning. The silence that followed wasn't confusion, it was reverence. Every fan in that arena held their breath as his voice, soft yet piercing, broke through the stillness. "I missed you," he whispered. 3 simple words that detonated years of waiting, longing, and emotion into an explosion of tears and cathartic release. The crowd didn't scream, they wept. The moment transcended performance, it was spiritual. The opening notes of Love Me Again began to play, and every step Taehyung took toward the center stage felt symbolic, like he was reclaiming lost time, rewriting the story the world thought it already knew. On the right side of the stage, Jin froze. His shock mirrored that of every fan watching. This wasn't planned, and everyone knew it. There was no choreography, no rehearsed cue, only pure, unfiltered destiny unfolding in front of thousands of witnesses. Fans scrambled to record everything. Phones trembled in their hands as they captured not just a moment, but an era being reborn. For 90 seconds, time itself dissolved. It wasn't just Taehyung returning to the stage, it was history being rewritten in real time. Then, just when the world thought the night couldn't escalate further, Jimin appeared. Smiling, waving, laughing with the kind of carefree joy that could only belong to him. The arena erupted. What had been stunned silence turned into a tidal wave of screams, cries, and emotional chaos. The purple light deepened, surrounding the 3, Taehyung, Jin, and Jimin, standing side by side, unplanned yet perfect. It was more than a reunion. It was destiny reclaiming its stage. The corporate machinery behind BTS couldn't have seen this coming. Within minutes, HYBE's internal communication systems reportedly went into meltdown. Executives scrambled, their playbooks useless. There was no strategy to control the uncontrollable. PR teams rushed to respond, drafting statements that struggled to contain the immensity of what had just happened. The official line finally appeared online: "We respect the artistry and timing of all our artists." Tonight's event reflects their creative expression. But everyone knew it was damage control, an attempt to mask surprise with professionalism. Meanwhile, the internet was on fire. Korean news sites crashed under the sheer volume of traffic. Algorithms on every major platform flagged the event as unprecedented. Armies across the globe, whether in Seoul, Tokyo, Los Angeles, or London, shared and reshared clips, their captions trembling with disbelief. The phrase "BTS broke the timeline" became a global refrain. This wasn't just fan excitement, it was a phenomenon that data analysts struggled to categorize. How do you quantify a cultural heartbeat that powerful? Even technicians backstage later confessed that something intangible shifted in that moment. "The air changed," one said, describing the surreal energy that pulsed through the space. For those 90 seconds, reality bent. It wasn't about choreography, set lists, or marketing. It was about authenticity reclaiming its place over industry control. Taehyung's unexpected appearance wasn't rebellion, it was revelation. Every move, every note, every glance carried the weight of something far larger than performance. When Jimin joined in, the energy multiplied. His laughter wasn't just a sound, it was an exclamation point on the universe's rewrite. The sight of him beside Taehyung and Jin reignited something fans hadn't realized they'd been missing. For a moment, BTS wasn't a brand or a phenomenon, it was a heartbeat. The aftershock was global. US media outlets rushed to cover it, dubbing the moment the most unexpected BTS timeline collision event ever recorded. Analysts, journalists, and fans all agreed, no other group could bend time and emotion the way BTS just had. The industry, long driven by precision and planning, was forced to admit that raw human connection still holds the ultimate power. Inside HYBE, disbelief turned to quiet acceptance. Sources claimed that senior executives admitted privately that no corporate playbook could contain the emotional force that night unleashed. BTS had always been powerful, but tonight reminded the world, and their own company, that this power wasn't manufactured. It was innate. It was human. As Love Me Again reached its first chorus, the entire arena became a sea of tears. Jin's expression softened from shock to pride. Taehyung sang with a quiet intensity that seemed to draw from years of silence and longing, while Jimin's presence amplified the lightness in the air. Every heart in the room beat in unison. The audience wasn't watching idols, they were witnessing something divine in its purity. When the music finally faded, it felt as though the world exhaled for the first time in minutes. Yet, nothing felt the same anymore. The emotional landscape had shifted permanently. Every army knew they had witnessed something unrepeatable, an unscripted miracle. Online, the storm continued. Hashtags topped charts across every nation. Fan theories, breakdowns, and compilations flooded YouTube and TikTok. People described physical sensations, shaking, crying, feeling dizzy, as if the collective energy had transcended the screen. Even AI-driven metrics couldn't capture the gravity of it all. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a coup. A moment of artistic reclamation. Taehyung had hijacked the narrative, proving that charisma and authenticity cannot be engineered, scheduled, or contained. Jimin's laughter sealed it, as if the universe itself was reminding everyone, BTS doesn't follow the world, they redefine it. By the time the lights dimmed completely, one truth had crystallized across millions of minds: BTS's influence doesn't end when the music stops. It lives in the air, in the pulse of every fan who witnessed that 90-second miracle. HYBE's systems may have recovered, but the world had changed. Fans were still posting, still crying, still celebrating. From Seoul to Mexico City, people gathered online, united by the same emotional shockwave. The event wasn't just a performance.